Footprinters, Chrissy here. Wow, let's see. I thought today I'd have a look at William Barr. I hadn't had a look at him in a little while. I think I'll do a cross on him, a Celtic cross, and I'm going to use my Victorian Steampunk Tarot deck by Liz Dean and illustrated by Bev Spate. That's the one. This deck has reversals in it, so I've got my cheat sheet up here for the reversals because I don't deal with them very often. And yeah, so I thought I'd have a look and see what's happening with William Barr, because I was reading today that Trump had wanted him to hold a press conference stating very clearly and explicitly that Trump's phone call was not illegal, that what he did with that phone call was not illegal. And Trump very quietly refused, said, no, I'm not going to do that. Barr said that. And apparently the other thing I read in that article was that the minute Barr heard about the phone call and about how he was supposed to go over there and help it, he started distancing himself a little bit slowly. So we thought we'd have a look. Let's see what. I thought I'd have a look and see what is in the future for what's in the works for William Barr. So, and also I want to welcome my new subscribers. I'm heading towards 100. So, thank you. I'm very honoured. I don't monetize the channel or anything. I just do it for love of it. I'd also like everyone to send a prayer towards Psychic Violetta. Her husband has been diagnosed with cancer. So please, whether you pray or send out healing energy, do whatever it is you do to send love and positive and healing towards her husband, towards herself and Lashak and her other son, but also do whatever you do to send that sort of healing energy out to anyone who's suffering or battling illnesses such as cancer and even other debility like multiple sclerosis. There's so many different illnesses, who's battling severe illness. Okay, William Barr. What's on the bottom of the deck for him? The Hermit reversed. So, the Hermit reversed. Suspiciousness, fear, impatience, folly, arrogance, paranoia, foolishness, isolation, and abandonment. He's not feeling too good. So, that's, yeah. A refusal to seek counsel or assistance. He's just, yeah. So he's feeling pretty isolated, and I think he's putting Trump out in the cold too. So anyway, situation, first card, and I'm doing a cross, but I'm also going to add in word of warning, word of solace, which I call Tarot's Apprentice Duo. But the first card here we have is a Knight of Moths, which is the Knight of Wands. Investigations, actions, offers of investigations into new actions. Excuse me, I'll just have a drink. This is one of the speedier knights. So I think this is around the investigation that Trump got him to launch into the investigation. I just got running through my head that it's not going to go anywhere. They're wasting their time and they really should cancel it. If they don't cancel it, they can be in big trouble. I think he's maybe been... Knights also bring an offer. Pages bring news. Knights bring offers as well. And someone's brought an offer about this investigation to perhaps it's time to lay it to rest, because if you don't, you're going to end up in deep trouble, sort of thing with the law. Maybe saying if you do lay it to rest and shut it down, it's going to be a lot better for you than if you don't. So anyway, what's his challenge? His challenge is the 10 of Bees. That's the 10 of Swords. The long night of the soul. His challenge is what he's been doing by keeping his head down. He's been trying to protect himself from swords here and swords here. You're hearing more and more about DOJ officials coming out and talking. And having their say and talking to reporters unofficially and this and that. I've heard several stories about that, and each one it's like a knife in the back to his reign as Attorney General and his reign over the DOJ. And 10s also signify things coming to an end. So I think his challenge here is staving off the end of his time as head of the DOJ. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. Okay. The focus. Now this is 7 of Moths reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. 7 of Wands is standing your ground. Defending yourself. But this is reversed. This isn't standing your ground, defying all opposition. This is reversed. This is not having the courage to do the right thing. And also it also means that you can be open to compromise. Sometimes when you stand your ground, you just don't listen and you're not going to be open to compromise. So it means that, it's my way or the highway, buddy. No, it also indicates that he could be open to compromise, which is another indication of the Knight of Wands in that with actions. He could be open to compromise on his actions. And start listening to wiser heads in his past, his recent past. The Ace of Beetles. He was given this offer, this new opportunity in the past to step up and become the Attorney General. And of course he's muffed it all. I mean, he only been the Attorney General since not even a year. And he's totally made a muff of it. So he was given this new opportunity, and he could have done a lot of good things with it, but he didn't. That's wasted opportunity. That's what that is, wasted opportunity. The present for him. We've got Wands again. The 2 of Wands, but it is reversed. The 2 of Wands is, of course, having dominion over things, looking towards others to help in your plans, planning things. And of course in reverse, it means he's really struggling to make a decision. Okay, he's really struggling to make a decision, and he's losing his grip on his dominion over the DOJ. So yeah, he's really, what do I do? What do I do? That's how he's feeling at the moment. What's in his near future? 5 of Beetles, that's the 5 of Coins. That is, he's going to be feeling a bit out in the cold. Now, I was reading that article I was reading today. It was saying Trump's praising him and how wonderful he's been and what a great job he's done. For Allah, he's not long for this administration. It wouldn't surprise me if we hear that he's resigned or he's been fired as Attorney General. Wouldn't surprise me if that happens soon. It might not, but it might. Okay, now, in the environment around him, the flying machine. The flying machine is number 12. That is Temperance? No, the flying machine is number 7, sorry. It was upside down, so I was reading it as 12. Number 7, it's the chariot. Yeah, I'm thinking, no, the two horses, the red and black horses, are the chariot. This is upside down. Things are a little bit out of his control, and yeah, and he's feeling a lack of direction, and he's indecisive up against here with this not being able to make up his mind. He's got no control of the situation, and he's struggling to decide on the right thing to do, and it's just not a good environment for him at the moment. And he's also, I think when Trump realises that he really is not going, I think Trump's still holding out for him to hold a press conference, and he's not going to. And I think when Trump realises that, he's going to be in full-on rage, and he's going to have to deal with that as well. Part of the chariot reversed can signify rage. What are others seeing with William Barr? The High Priestess, again, it's reversed. Lots of things. The High Priestess is hidden agendas, hidden strategies, secrets, lack of insight. But reversed, it's foolishness. It's lack of insight. It's a lack of wisdom. It's not doing the right thing, and and a weak psyche. William Barr does not look well. He really does not look well. He looks like an ill man. I think he is being worn down by all this. It's wearing down his psyche. It's undermining his ability to be able to cope with things. And when your ability to cope with things undermines, everything suffers. Your mental health, your physical health. Yeah. So people are seeing that in him. They're seeing someone who is not well, who has a weak psyche, who is not handling things well, and someone who has been incredibly foolish. Now, what is his fear? 6 of beads, 6 of swords. He's in for a rough time. He's in for a rough journey, and his fear is that he's not really going to be able to see it through very well. That he's not going to be able to handle it very well. That it's going to be a much tougher journey than he would like. What is his hope? The 10 of beads. His hope is Trump. Oh my God, that's the first thing. That's 10 of beetles, 10 of coins. Trump's legacy. His hope is that Trump's legacy, or that Trump's. I think he's actually secretly hoping that a 10 again. It means the end of something, the end of a cycle of something. I think he's secretly hoping that Trump will get impeached and he doesn't have to say anything. And he can get away without saying anything. I really do think that's his hope, his secret hope. I don't know if he'd ever say it, but I really do think he's hoping, gee. This is, talk about... yeah, I really do think that he's really hoping that they can impeach him without him being dragged into the whole mess. And of course he's going to get dragged into the mess. What is the outcome for William Barr? Strength reversed. Now we know that strength is having a strong case, not to, you know, having a strong case, compassion, courage, having patience, having calm, and being the outcome he wants is that he can make a case for himself, that he can be held in, that people can treat him with compassion and with patience. That's if this was the right way up, but this is reversed. And the first thing that comes to mind with strength reversed is defeat. He is not going to come out of this whole situation a happy camper. Again, we've got lack of willpower, which goes in with the weak psyche, with unable to make a decision, with, you know, no control, and foolishness. So, yeah, this is not a good card for him. Strength reversed. Now, we've got a word of warning and a word of solace. Okay, so what is the word of warning for William Barr? 4 of dragonflies reversed. There's going to be an offer made. Okay, he's got to stop avoiding the issue, stop avoiding the truth. He's got to face up to things. That's what this means. 4 of Cups reversed means you can't continue to look off in the distance and pretend that that other chalice isn't there. You have to stop avoiding it and face up to things. That's the word of warning. What's the word of solace for him? The Star. The word of solace is if he does this, if he stops avoiding, if he starts accepting, if he looks at the offers that are being made for him and, you know, that's going to come his way, and the offers of help, I think he's going to get some offers of counsel and help and stuff. And if he stops avoiding things, and if he does, you know, start cooperating, look, he might not go to prison. You know, there'll be some hope of a slightly better future for him if he doesn't, if he does stop avoiding things, if he does start doing the right thing. There'll be hope for him in the future, but I also think that he's probably going to be disbarred. I read that another time, but that's from another reading. I think that if he stops avoiding, if he starts facing up to the consequences of things, if he takes the offer that investigators, ones are also about investigations, so if he takes the offer that investigators bring to him, and also thinks about bringing an end to the ridiculous investigation into the investigators, and just maybe leaves the DOJ, he might at least be able to retire and not end up in jail. So anyway, Footprinters, that is my reading on William Barr. I hope you enjoyed it, and love you all, and I will talk to you, and I'll see you at the next reading. Okay, bye bye.